just incredible. Two. DJ Sour Milk.
One. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Power 106, Liftoff show every night, just incredible.
Sour Milk.
And we got our family, Jeezy, in here.
What up, though? We in the building, baby. I'm a part of the family.
An official LA leaker.
An official LA leaker. Get at me. Call me DJ Snow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that part.
Jeezy, it's great to have you, back on the show. You're always so kind to come up and, celebrate with us.
Yeah, man, I got to do it, man.
Thank you, man.
Got to do it.
New album is out right now.
Yes,
every
sir.
time you release one, that's got to be an amazing feeling, right?
Yeah, man. Especially, being in the game like I have, and putting the same effort into each body of work. You do it for the people that love what you do.
Right.
So you just want, you want them to feel it and get in the streets and hear people say, I like, I had people running up talking about MLK featuring Meek Mill, John Legend, on the Real MVP record. The joint with Queen Naja, which is one of my favorite joints, The Fake Love. You know what I mean? So you just get that love, man. Yeah. That's what it's all about. It ain't about no paper or nothing. You want the love.
That's right. And naming it Thug Motivation, is there added pressure for you going into this? Like I feel like that's a big name to live up to.
Nah, not really, because how I normally do is like, when you feel it, when you got some real game to spill, you know what I'm saying? But this time I want to take it back. Like I said, the other Thug Motivations were more so like movies. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? From the first to the part 2 and to the trilogy. But TM104, I wanted to take it back documentary style. It's rough, it's rugged. All the beats ain't pretty. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It feels like, it's almost like I had my all eyes on me. You feel me? But this is my Machiavelli. You know what I mean? It's like you could tell the difference. It's like a different tone and a different message, and I want to take it back to when I first, came into this world, what my mind state was, and just go from there to where we are now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And are the studio sessions different when you're in that mind state, or is it, do you kind of always go into it with the same?
Nah, the Thug Motivation studio sessions are focused. Me and the engineer, however I'm feeling. But that's the thing, is like you got to live. I've never been credited myself for being like a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I always, looked at my music as motivation. So if it was a self-help book, it'll be audio self-help book. But it's just like when you go in and you make these records, you got to live a little bit and go through some things because your emotions got to come out in the records. It's like therapy, you know what I'm saying? Because I never had a diary, but I tell you, I wrote a lot of great records, releasing what I felt inside. You feel me?
I feel like it does that for both us as a listener when we hear your music, and I can imagine it's therapeutic for you as well.
Absolutely. Even when I listen back, like the record with John Legend about my mother, like that's real. The fake love to me, that's. I wrote that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get in there and harmonize or try to make something that rhyme. That's how I really felt. Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Is this the last chapter of the series?
Yeah, it's definitely the last chapter of Thug Motivation. I want to go ahead and wrap that up and put that in a nice box. It'll be a collector's edition coming soon. Yeah. Per Snowman. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. On the album, Ty Dolla $ign, John Legend, Meek Mill. How did you, pick these features for the collaborations on the project?
I picked what I felt like with Meek going through right now, I feel like MLK was something that we both can do. And he understands, the Atlanta lingo. He gets that part. He's standing for what he stands for right now. So I just feel like that was important. John Legend, I always wanted to do a song with John. And when I heard that record, I called him. I was like, yo, I got this joint. I don't know if you really want it. He's like, yo, send it. I sent it. He was like, it was crazy. CeeLo Green, I was at the crib in Miami. I was working on Already Rich. And, I just called him. I was like, yo, where you at? He's like, I'm in Miami. I was like, word? And I sent him my pen. He was like 10, 15 minutes away from me. He just came through. We kicked it on the patio by the pool, just chopped it up, and I played him the record. He knocked it out. You know what I mean? So it's like that. Gunna, I just pulled up on him at a studio session. I just wanted to see what he had going on anyway. I did a record for him. He did a record for me. Ross, it was the same way. We sent each other the records around the same time, and it was crazy. And 06 is one of my favorite joints. Yes. Because I feel like that's the record that Pac and Big would have done if they would have still been around. It's just hard. Yeah. Because I still feel like Big should have been on Notorious Thugs. Or what was the Pac record?
The one with Pac
the one with Pac and Bone.
Yeah, Bone.
I forget the name of the song, but
that would have been.
But I felt like that's what 06 was. Yeah. You know what I mean? Still that old school Cali bounce with the snare. Yeah. But for me and Ross to get on that record, I feel like it was special for the times.
And you said that's one of your favorite records, and I know it's hard for artists. Artists always say picking a favorite song off an album is like picking a favorite child.
Yeah.
But sometimes, you know, people have children that are assholes, and you might have a favorite child.
You're right about that.
You know, so
Yeah.
do you have a favorite
Badass
song
kid.
off the album?
I like my favorites. If I had to really Fake Love, to me, it just sum up. You know, I love what Queen Naja does, and you know just how she goes about. But to me, like that record means something. You know what I'm saying? Like it's somebody somewhere going through that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they going through it, and it's just like when they leave the club and they get in the car, you know what they say? They gonna cry in the car. That's what he got to put. That's what he got to put on and ride home, because just like, you know, that's real life. I seen people betray me, betray other people, and it's like there's no self-help books for that.
Right.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can Google that's gonna make you feel better about what's going on, but you can listen to that song and get an idea of how you need to handle it. You know, because that song to me said, you know, it's all about adversity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Success is the best way to handle anything that's negative. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
Are you at that point in life where you're just like, I've seen it all, or are people still surprising you?
You know, they're gonna always surprise you, but I've learned how to react. You know, how to move with strategy instead
like
of emotion. You know
that
what I'm saying?
reaction is the important part,
that
right?
reaction cost me a lot of money, man. A lot of lawsuits.
We've all been there.
Right?
We've all
A
been
lot
there.
of county jail trips. You know what I mean? But I'm getting it together.
It's part of the documentary,
it's
though.
It's work in progress.
Right.
Yeah.
We all are work in progress.
Yeah. Real talk.
Has that been the hardest adjustment for you, man, transitioning from street life to business and corporate America?
Yeah, because it's like, you know, a lot of the things I did when I was in the street, it was based off survival. You know what I'm saying? When you live off survival, it's different. But when you living off love and loving life, is a different feeling. You know what I'm saying? So when you base off survival, you just always on the defense about everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when you get to a position where, because that's how life is set up. You know what I'm saying? You go through your trials and trials, then you become, you know, who you're gonna become, and then you survive, and then you live. It's set up and stay. So now I'm living. I had to survive, so I went through some real, you know what I'm saying? Like, they should make a documentary about that. But then when I came out, you know, I weathered the storm. It's like, now I can live. You know what I'm saying? I don't owe anybody anything. I put my work in. My name good out here, any hood from Maine to Spain. You know what I'm saying? And I got my hands dirty. Everybody know that.
Yeah.
But it's time to live now. You know what I'm saying? Because the cats that came up before me, they're setting the bar. The Dr. Dre's, the Jay-Z's, the Sean Combs, you know, whoever they are. It's just like, you know, it's time for that generation I come from to set the bar, and I'm a part of that. I'm a front runner.
Yeah, you are.
So I gotta handle that. We all see Diddy be in the club or something pop off and him be on the news. But look at him now. You know what I'm saying? You gotta respect that.
Yeah.
He made a decision just as I did. So now, you know, the stakes are higher. And you know, it's just like, you know, like they say, new level, new devil. You just you gotta have some clarity, you know. You gotta have some clarity.
Speaking of decisions, how do you feel about where Jay-Z stands with his new partnership and situation with the NFL?
I'm gonna be real. We just gotta wait and see how it plays out.
I think that's fair, though. I think that's fair.
Because I could have swore I saw something online and Cap was supporting him.
Oh, I didn't. I didn't see that. I didn't see that, but I hope so.
Let me straighten it out, because if you didn't see it, I want to make sure that's what I saw before I speak on it. But I could have swore I saw him. But this how I go, man. Like, when people make moves, you got to wait and see what the end result is before you can judge.
Right.
Because you never know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It may work in everybody's favor, but we got to see. And if it doesn't, then we can have that conversation again.
When the time comes.
Right,
You've
right.
made some choices where I'm sure people were looking at you like,
Oh, absolutely, 1,000 of them.
Bruh,
You know what I'm
what
saying?
you-
I had to feel my way to success, baby. But I had to figure that way. I had to figure that out.
but I'm sure there was other times where you're at the top of the mountain, like I told y'all.
Yeah, it's been some times I bit off more than I could chew, but I chewed it up and spit it out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Warrior, for real.
I am the Sinatra of the trap. Yeah, Jeezy Sinatra. That's me.
Jeezy
I
Sinatra.
did it my way.
Yes, sir.
And
Yeah.
speaking of, you know, being top of the mountain, you're obviously super successful now. I'm sure you're not hurting for money.
Right.
How do you stay motivated, man, as opposed to the early years where like you said, it was all about survival?
Right. For me, I mean, I always, you know, music is my talent, but you know, business is my passion. So I'm always about blazing a trail instead of following somebody's path.
Yeah.
And to me, it's just like I get excited by, you know, being productive or getting something done, or like this new Figures Wireless deal I just did. I'm in the tech now. You know what I mean? We sell a
Talk to
cell
us
phone.
about that real quick.
Yeah, so I partnered with Figures Wireless, and we just released our first phone, which is an F3 Android phone. We have the F Buds that are the headphones that translate languages in real time. We also have flat screen TVs that you can watch cable channels from any continent, any country at one time. We have satellites in orbit. It's real. You know what I'm saying? From that to my fitness water we have here, which is Defiance Fuel, that we just did a big deal, a CBD deal. They have CBD water as well. From that to Avion Tequila, obviously. And then just all my other ventures. I got so much stuff in the pipeline because that's what excites me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I look at it like, Lionel Richie is great at what he does, but at some point when he decided to buy Rodeo Drive, he was a genius. You feel what I'm saying? It's like he makes great music, but you got to respect the guy's business. And for me, it's just like, why let somebody tell you can only be a great father or brother? You could be as great at many things you want to be great at. And that's the thing with the culture. It's just like, if you ain't making no albums, or you ain't got no songs, right, you box you in. But it's like, look, bro, I got a catalog. I could stand on the stage for the rest of my life. And I'm only looking younger. So, I mean, me and Justin just turned 21 again.
I was about to say.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, for me,
younger.
Yeah, but for me, it's just like, people get it misconstrued because once you start moving around and see how, how life really goes, it's about what makes you happy and what makes you fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? For me, the more clarity you have, the more the better your message can be for your fans, because they're not just my fans. I don't want them just by my music. I want them to watch my moves so they can advance in their lives as well. You know what I'm saying? Right. It ain't about just coming to my concerts and support my cause. Let me help you win. Because if you win and I see you out, we winning together.
That's real.
You feel me?
That's real, man. That's real shit,
real.
Man.
Is that everything you just described? Is that what you call an entrepreneur? I want to get that right.
I feel like I had to change the narrative because when I came in the game, to me, like, trap was real. Trap was standing in front of a barrel, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning with the Dickie warm-up suit on, like the thing with the fluff in it to stay warm, and you stand in front of a fire barrel hoping that, the tags don't jump out, and it was real. So when it became a form of music, I had to kind of sit back and be like, okay, well, you telling me if we just got a certain type of beat, then he's a trap rapper. I don't know if I want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I came from the real of it. Right. So let's take the word that, you identified it with and take it to the next level. So instead of just being, in the trap, I want to be an entrepreneur. Yeah. That means I could do anything that's based on success. So if I want to own businesses, I want to own real estate, I'm still a trapper. But I'm an entrepreneur. That's right. I'm self-made. I'm still doing, we all know the game ain't the same out here in the streets. Right. So you're better off owning some buildings. You know what I'm saying? Yes. You feel me? Yes. And it's like, I can say that now because I feel that. I bought enough jewelry. I bought enough cars. I can walk around with a plain watch on because you know what my resume say. You know what I'm saying? So, but that feels good because that's what the people that I respect, they able to do. You know what I'm saying? When you see these guys making these big business deals, and I want to be a part of that too. Because when I saw people selling millions of records, I done that, and I came from the street. So why can't I be a part of this next conversation going on? Why I can't be a part of this Jay-Z conversation? Right. Why you can't be asking me, damn man, you just bought the Falcons? That's dope. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want to be in that. You know what I'm saying?
Is that an interest of yours?
Absolutely.
Come on.
I'm going to see how it pans out for him. If it works out, yes, sir.
Put your foot in the water.
Right. It's a toe.
Yeah, just a toe.
You know what I'm saying?
You said you could walk around now with a plain watch.
Yeah.
It's funny because I actually walk around with a plain watch, but it's for the opposite reason. It's because I'm poor.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much a rich dude and a poor dude could have in common, man.
Right, but for me, it's more crazy. It's all real crazy. For me, it's about going back to the CeeLo Green song on the album. It's about already being rich. And I think as a culture, we don't know. Like, if you got integrity, humility, you know what I'm saying? You got morals, you got balance, you got discipline. You rich. Yeah. Money is paper. You know what I'm saying? Credit cards are numbers. That's not going to make. I know some of the richest people in the world. They're, in the inside out, they're terrible people, man. You know what I'm saying? But you can find somebody with so much wealth inside of them and willing to give so much, and it ain't about the money, because the money determines who you are, and that's what makes you feel like you're successful. You already lost. Because if you lose the money, what do you have? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I was already rich when I jumped off the porch, and I just don't want to lose that. You know what I'm saying? So, I just had to come to grips. Like, I'd rather tell somebody all day, and that's just me talking. I've owned, 30, 40 chains, but I'd rather tell somebody I own 30, 40 buildings and be proud about it. Like, I got that. You know what I'm saying? You can't take that away, baby. Everybody, you got to own. And I heard Steve Harvey's story about those 6 acres he always wanted to buy. You know what I'm saying? He probably own 100 acres right now. He's sleeping in his car. That's real.
That's crazy.
Ownership.
That's real.
That's real.
Man. Ownership.
Early in your career, when I'm sure, as a lot of people do, you think money is everything.
Right.
Was there a point for you where you were getting money but you still weren't satisfied internally?
Absolutely. I like, cause you gotta understand, I came from getting money in the street, so I was already accustomed to money. I thought the fact that I was able to put my house in my name, get my own cars, was gonna change everything. But I found myself being lost because I had survivor's remorse. I tried to bring everybody up around me. Imagine trying to make 100 people around you be successful at one time. You see where the song "Fake Love" come from, because it's just like, you know what I'm saying? You know, and that's the difference between people. Either you want it or you don't. I could put you in position all day if you don't want it, but then that's what really made me come to the grips of what really fulfills you. You know what I'm saying? Loving the people around you, having good people around you, being able to get up and live your dreams every day. That's what it's really all. That's the American dream, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you could get, you know, you can rob a bank and get some paper. You can still be who you are. You can get a new outfit, new car. It ain't gonna change the person that's driving it at all. You know what I'm saying? So it started with you. The biggest battle is in your mind, G. All day, baby. If you do what's hard, life will be easy. If you do what's easy, life will be hard. Real talk.
Yeah, be dropping gems on us. Yo, the new album, TM104,
Yes,
The
sir.
Legend of the Snowman, is out right now. Amazing body of work.
For sure,
and we
man.
always count on you for that.
Yes,
it's just
sir.
good to get that, to see you deliver this way so big every damn time.
And just
man.
so you know, Justin said he's gonna play that foreplay more than anybody in
we
LA.
breaking that.
Nah, listen, bro.
Anybody.
You can
Sour
hold
Milk,
us
you
to
got
it.
me.
You can hold us to
Oh,
it.
there it is.
You
You can hold us to it.
I love it.
Listen,
The
Noah
boss is right here.
and Sonny will keep tabs on us.
Oh,
So they'll let you
know,
know.
Noah's gonna text me.
Yeah.
Heard it 4 times today. It ain't even lunch.
Damn, so you saying Noah's a snitch?
Right. He's a Def Jam informant.
Yo,
For the good, greater good of the great
Right,
cause.
right.
The good
yeah,
cause.
exactly.
Yeah.
You just had your first annual Snowball. Talk
For
to
sure,
us about
for
that.
sure. So Snowball, my Street Dreams Foundation is a foundation that I started in my neighborhood maybe about 03, 02. And basically what it was, you know, we was out, you know, doing what we do, you know, holding down the turf, getting money, you know what I'm saying, and repping the set. And all the kids were looking up to us, but, you know, it was a little hostile in the neighborhood. So around Christmas, I just noticed that there wasn't a lot of stuff for the kids to come out and play with. So I put up a couple thousand, and I went around to all the homies. I was like, yo, you give me 100, you give me 500, you give me 1,000, whatever. And I got this money together, and I rented the gymnasium, and I bought all these toys and put them in U-Hauls and brought them to the gym and had all the neighborhood kids come, and that's when it was started. So fast forward to now, I've been doing that for the last 10, 15 years out of my own pocket.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to muster up a way to get more help so that I can help more kids. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just about like Christmas. Like we got etiquette classes. We do scholarships. We do, you know, the whole nine. So I just wanted to get some help. So I threw my first annual Snowball, raised a gang of money. Shouts out to both mayors of Atlanta, the former mayor and our new mayor, Kishie Lance Bottoms. She came, and it was just big just to have all my business people that I do business with to come to my actual ball and raise money. It was really good. So now we able to do more things, and next year I plan on it being even bigger.
That's really dope, man.
Yeah,
And
it's
you're
dope.
probably, you know what I'm saying, inspiring the next Jeezy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I sure hope so, man. Yeah, because at the end of the day, you know, I got to give it up to the late great, man. He inspired me. You know, that's that Tupac Shakur, man. Like, I just love the way he moved, and even seeing that, you know, I just gotta take the time to you know just you know say some things about my brother, man, Nipsey Hussle. He was on the same path as Pac, man, and it's just like just to see what he was doing for his community and the people. It's amazing, bro, what we can do. And it's bigger than the music, man. It's bigger than the records, you know what I'm saying? It's bigger than the microphones, and it's bigger than all that. It's what we do. It's how we contribute. Like my man say, the best thing that any human being could do is inspire. And that's real. You know what I'm saying?
So real.
Yeah.
So real. We're getting a lot of that out of this conversation.
Yeah,
right
you know, I
here.
don't mean to get too. It was your
No,
birthday,
good.
you know? But you know, you catch me off 1 or 2 shots of that I'll be on. We'll get into a whole nother conversation.
Maybe we should take a shot of the
Let's
Avion
do
to
it. Let's
celebrate
do
my
it.
birthday and the release.
Hold
Yeah.
on.
Uh-oh.
You guys setting me up?
You can do the water shot. Or
Okay,
something.
okay. Listen, I've actually never had alcohol in my life.
Oh, you
so
smart
you
man.
got to
You
stall
can
me
press
out.
him and maybe
You're a smart man. Now,
You got to stall me out a little
No,
bit.
I got you. We gonna
Okay.
get him some Kool-Aid.
Let me get one of those.
You get him some Kool-Aid. We're gonna do
on.
this, baby.
Let me make sure
Yes, sir.
ain't no residue in
Nothing
this
in there?
motherfucker. No,
Yeah,
that
make
was
sure-
used.
Make sure they ain't. Yeah.
Let me get a new because I don't need no fucking.
Yeah.
Who knows? I might get drunk off a drop.
Yeah, don't do it.
You know.
And the Avion is really strong.
And it looks the same. You know.
Yeah,
So we'll edit
Yo,
all this out.
True story. My road manager used to have, they wouldn't let you drink on tour, so he used to put it in the water bottle, right? And one day I was on stage, I was killing it. And I was like, yo, I need some water, and my man didn't know, so I'm in the middle of my show. He just gave me the water bottle, and I just. It's all Avion.
Wait, hold on. How far into the bottle did you get before
Halfway.
A crazy swing.
Right. Love.
So this is Avion right here, by the way, that I'm drinking.
Hey, congratulations, brother.
Thank you.
For all
You
y'all
as well,
success.
Yo.
And this to us. It's to your G-Day, man. Y'all been
Yes.
some great fellas, man, from
Yes.
day one, man.
Appreciate
It's
it.
an honor to be here on your G-Day, baby.
love.
Love.
That was actually smoother than I thought.
Yes, I know
that
it
was.
was.
That was smoother than I thought.
Hydrating.
Yeah.
Jeezy, just a couple more questions here. Now that the shots are flowing.
Okay.
Jeezy, man, respect what you do so much from the streets to the music, man. If they ever made a trap Mount Rushmore,
They asked me this the other day. Who would it be?
Who would
For
it
me,
yeah,
it would definitely be Stacy from my hood. Meech, my homie Seti Boy, my
Okay.
homie Chitty Chat. These are the people that I watch really do what they do and give back to people. And I feel, once you can't put the person on the mountain that just talked about what went on.
Right.
Like you can't, I can't give them a Purple Heart if they wasn't in the war on the front line. Me personally,
yeah.
like
Right.
if somebody else could do that, but when I look and I think about the trap and the hood, the people that I respected and I saw them really come up, I look at these cats and go, I seen them go from nothing to something and actually actually pay the price. You feel what I'm saying? Go through those 20 years and some of them came home, but it's like I respect. At the end of the day, the only reason why I took a record deal because I didn't want to go to prison. You know what I'm saying? So to see somebody else go for their cause, to me, that's you belong up there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you start thinking Vietnam and the wars, it's the people who actually went.
Yes.
That's on the wall. You feel me?
Yeah.
It ain't the guys that was sitting at home like writing about it, journalism, like yo, it was crazy. You know what I mean? It was the guys
who
who was
really out there on
lost
the front
limbs.
lines.
Man.
Lost limbs,
Man.
lost families, lost their hearing, lost their minds.
Yeah,
You
real
feel what I'm saying?
respect.
Real talk.
We talked about you, inspiring the next Jeezy.
Right.
If you could talk to, I don't know, 18, 19-year-old Jeezy, what would you
Right.
tell him?
Oh man. Slow down on the Hennessy. smoke some papers instead of blunts. Save your voice. And
pace yourself.
pace
Right?
yourself. Pace yourself.
Pace yourself, young fella.
And really just stay solid, man, and just whatever go on, don't never bend, break, or fold. You know what I'm saying? And just keep that integrity. Which I've done over the years.
Yeah.
But I found myself you had that moment in time where you kind of like battling yourself.
You question yourself almost?
I mean, you have to because you got to do a check. You know what I mean, to make sure you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Because people, you might make a move and people might not understand that and tell you like, yo, you bugging. But then in 5 years, that might be the best thing you ever did in your life. Just as when I made Trap or Die, they told me I was crazy. Changed my life forever. I had people like, man, nobody's gonna buy this. I'm telling you right now, this ain't it.
Really?
Yeah. Sat in the room. It was like, this ain't it. You need to go back. Nobody wants to hear about what you got going on the streets when they got snap music and crunk. Go do a little scrappy song. That's what they were telling me.
That's crazy.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this. Because there's like, they'll never play this in the club, ever. And I tell you, I used to go in the club in Atlanta. They used to play Trap or Die all night. And everybody rapped every word. Strip club, whatever. With the DJ drama drops on it.
Wow.
Unheard of. But, if I had to tell myself something, back then, I say, trust your process and stick to your script, no matter what anybody else say, because people will talk you out of anything, bro. Like, they'll tell you can't do
Ain't
it.
that the truth?
My uncle true story, my uncle was like, when I was selling my little J CDs, $10, that's all. I said, yo, could you buy one of my CDs to support my cause? He's like, nah, I'll buy that weed you got, though. You know what I'm saying? But now when I pull back up into the hood and them Phantoms with the drivers, I see him. Unc, how you doing, baby? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He wish he bought that CD now.
That he does.
Yeah, look at me now.
You
Look
feel
at me
what I'm saying?
now.
Yeah, that part.
What was the point for you where you realized that it was gonna pan out, the music? Was it walking into clubs and hearing people rap?
No, it was around the recession, man, because before, even then I had so much stuff going on in the streets for my first 3 albums. I didn't know if it was gonna pan out then. But the Recession is when I just really like snapped out of it, got back focused, and you know, just started taking care of myself better, my health, you know, reading more, doing what I do, you know what I'm saying? Because that's who I really was. But, you know, once it got on, you was just in the streets for real, for real. So for me, it was like the Recession. I was like, yo, I'm free. I'm going to be all right. And I make good music. Like, I might as well just put everything into this. And I just started researching and doing what I do. And, and like, Recession, to me, was my best album ever, to me. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
your number one.
Yeah, because I know what I put in it.
Yeah.
I know the work I did, and I know from start to finish, I was focused. Like it wasn't a day that I went in the studio or when I was out moving around that I wasn't thinking about that album. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeezy, before you leave, let's put you in a round of just in time.
Okay.
Ask you as many questions as we can in 60 seconds. Okay?
Let's do it.
Milk, you got the stopwatch ready to roll?
Shit. Hold on. I'm over here slipping.
That's-
All right, here we go. We ready?
All right, Jeezy, who do you look up to?
Magic Johnson.
Jeezy, is it loyalty or respect more important?
Loyalty.
If you weren't doing what you're doing now, what would you be doing?
Big business.
Jeezy, what's the last thing you bought?
Oh, man. What's the last thing I bought? Yeah. Oh, man, I can't remember.
Maybe can't say it.
Yeah, can't say.
Jeezy,
Wouldn't go along with what we're talking about right now.
what's your pre-show ritual?
Pre-show ritual? Oh, man, listen to music, vibe with the homies, and, you know, walk back and forth like I can't wait.
Pace it.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You got a guilty pleasure?
I do.
What is it?
Reading.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Who would play you in a movie based on your life, Jeezy?
My son.
What's your favorite movie?
Boys in the Hood.
Finish this sentence. I hate it when.
People judge.
And best advice you ever got, Jeezy.
Do you?
Wow, man, we
Yes,
got
sir.
5 seconds to go still. Go ahead,
So
man.
we'll just tell them the album's out right now.
Album's out right now. TM104 in
That's right.
stores. The Legend of the Snowman.
Yeah.
You know what it is, baby. It's your boy Snow right here. How much time I got? I'm good.
Yeah.
Buzzer
Buzzer
shot.
went
Buzzer shot. Jeezy.
Jeezy, thank you for coming through,
Hey, man, I
man.
appreciate the love as always,
Always.
baby.
Every
man.
time.
Always.
Power 106,
Yeah.
LA Leakers Liftoff Show.
Hey.
Yeah.